Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for May 16th through the 22nd, 2016. So let's just take a moment to take a deep breath, and as usual, just release everything. What they're showing me right now is they would like for you to allow yourself to surrender. Okay? They would like for you to surrender everything that you are focused upon. They want you to surrender the very idea of what you believed your life is about. They want you to surrender everything, right down to the meaning of life. They want you to surrender everything about your home. They want you to surrender your hopes, the help. They want you, basically they're asking you to surrender to a clean slate, to surrender to the source of your well-being. And so, in doing so, you will discover true joy. In doing so, you will discover true joy. And they're writing that things will become easy for you. Part of the struggle that you may be feeling is because you're still trying to make sense of what was. You're trying to make sense of what you've dreamed, anything that is in the past that you feel that you're still bringing and trying to make happen. You're trying to forge into something. They're writing page, and they're saying that you've turned a whole new page. And in fact, the whole universe has turned a whole new page. And in fact, they're saying that God is trying to help you all turn a whole new page within yourself with respects to abundance, your sense of worth, and prosperity, success. But you can't turn that new page if you are not willing to surrender everything. Surrender everything to the light of the source of your well-being, which is the knowledge, the pure knowledge of what your truth is. And it's kind of like I get a sense of having a mechanism, okay, like a GPS. And this GPS, it's almost like every now and then our technology, we need to maybe sort of swipe the hard drive or reset, do a factory reset sometimes when your devices get a little buggy. And so I've seen developers or technicians indicate that the best thing to do is to do a factory reset, which means to basically swipe everything, let everything go, and reboot it so that it'll come back and will fix all of those problems. It'll release you, detach you from all of your problems so that you can start fresh. And in order to start fresh, what you will start with is you will be in the consciousness, the clarity, the transparency of your source consciousness, which will then be able to, they're writing the word cafe, which is my symbol for network. So you'll have full access to the network of the universe. and you'll have absolute clarity of what you're being called to do, where you're being led. You won't resist, you'll understand. Well, let's just put it this way, you'll resist less because have a greater awareness of self, and you'll have a greater understanding flowing through you, so that you will feel less like resisting, but feel the understanding so profoundly that you'll feel more motivated or inspired to flow with it. So if everything has gotten into a knot and things feel buggy, then reset. Reset, surrender, let it go. Say I don't know. Admit it. Don't hold on to your pride, because that's ego. Okay? Admit you don't know. Because when you do that, you are allowing yourself to be open to other solutions, other answers, other different approaches. It allows you to be flexible. It allows your ego, it puts your ego in a place where it can't grab. Because every time you're trying to manage, manipulate, figure it out, you give the ego a chance to get in there and get involved. Because when you're in a place like that, when you're trying to figure out how to manage money or figure out how to manage your affairs, you are engaging fear. You're panicking, you're stressing, you're frustrated. You know what we're talking about. You got to pay attention to your GPS. Those emotions are just letting you know that you are not listening to your inner being, that you're not flowing your core energy, you see. And so I would invite you in your meditations to invoke your core energy. Connect in with your core energy. Summon that core energy. They're showing me you have so many guides, every one of you has an enormous team of source consciousness that is available to you, and everybody has access to the advanced knowledge that each member of your source team brings. Various levels of experience, skills, everything, resources, everything that you need. And they are like whispering to you. There's these impulses, these moments where all of a sudden you're thinking, all of a sudden a thought comes into your head, and you get this sense like maybe to go check that out. Just listen to these impulses. Don't resist them. What you're doing is the impulses are coming. You're sensitive to the impulses. We all are. Even those of us who don't even have conversations like we're having here weekly. But we're all aware. But what you do is you're so used to rejecting them, because when you reject them, because you take a moment and reflect upon that inspiration, and then you juxtapose it against how you feel about yourself, which is unworthy, and you can't see it being possible. And because you can't see it being possible, you reject the notion that is being offered to you. And nobody asked you to do that. This is one of those instances where, I have to say, who asked you what you think about yourself? Nobody asked you, because they know and understand that you are going to see that limitation. But they gave it to you, so the good news is, if it's given to you, then it means that they believe and they know, because they can see who you truly are. They're only revealing to you what you already have desired, which means it's already been answered. Even every question that you formulate, or knowingly or unknowingly, is answered. So when you're listening to me, you already answered asked these questions way before this conversation started, and that's what I'm doing, is just listening to your higher consciousness collectively and bringing those answers, hopefully through, that you need to hear. And it's, you say, well, how does it, because you're thinking, I've heard so many times, how do you do that? I'm okay. Well, for everybody, one message for everybody, because you and I are thinking from the physical point of view, singularly, meaning you're thinking words, and you're hearing these words, and you say, well, how do these words apply to all? But the thing is that they're not words. They are vibration. And the vibration, like a tone or a color or an image, okay, or a frequency, vibration. There is many languages that, or many levels of communication, signals, if you will, is the best way to probably put it, that is being emitted from the vibration or frequency of the words. There's a lot of other context that's being transmitted sort of in a subliminal way, and that's how you all are connecting to your individual higher consciousness information. What it does is awaken the impulses. It's not anything that I'm saying to you, but my presence is awakening, and it's not me, but it's you, your higher selves, with me, awakening the impulses within you to hear what you need to hear. You think you're hearing me as the person who's transmitting this, and I'm the one who's uplifting you. No, you're doing it, and you're doing it through me. You're awakening, and the impulses are being awakened through what I'm saying to you, but you're the one giving me the impulses. So, if that makes any sense. So just allow yourself to really be, surrender. This is what they want you to do in this week. Surrender. And they're showing me your tree spirit, and they really want you to work with your tree spirit to help amplify these impulses so that you can connect to your source beyond the frequency, the plane of thought or train of thought of your ego, which is always to tap into that fear, so that you're not tapping into your unworthiness when these impulses come to you, but you're tapping into your expanded consciousness. You're tapping into the alignment, so that when you hear the impulse, you feel the assurance of your alignment. Okay? So, let go, surrender, let go. Don't worry when you get an impulse. Don't worry about how it's going to unfold right then and there. That's not your job. It's not your job at all. Your job is to trust, to say, I don't know, but I do trust that things will work out for me, and I do trust that I have nothing to lose in going forward and trying out whatever has been given to me. What do we have to? You don't ever have anything to lose, even when it looks like it is. You're always gaining. You are always, every experience you're going through, no matter how much you suffer, it appears that you're suffering. You got to remember that, because you're a divine being. No matter how much it appears you're suffering, you are adding to the expansion of the universe. You're in your own life, you are gaining experience, wisdom. And what we hope is that you turn that wisdom in the positive direction, not the negative. Is to say, whoa, I'll never do that again. No, it's about opening up to what you gain through that, and knowing that it made you somehow stronger. It has given you, it has helped to expand or helped you to find a better way. Most challenges help us to find a better way. That's maybe the best way to put it for right now. So we're hoping that you will be able to see that even challenges have helped you to find a better way. And it looks like they're handing you roses. And first, they look like the wand. It made me think of the Ace of Wands. So possibly there's some new opportunity coming to you. It could be an opportunity of profound love. It could be a soulmate relationship. So don't reject anything because your ego feels unworthy. Remember that. It's your ego that feels unworthy. You as a divine being truly do not feel unworthy. When you feel the feelings of unworthiness, this is your ego. Now I know we want to pretend like our ego is a part of us, but you got to remember who you truly are. You are divine, and so it's like one of the things the angels help me to understand is it's not what I'm. It's not it's a thing it's the way I'm focused upon something that is what the problem is. The problem is not me, but how I choose to focus. And that I can change, you see. But it's this kind of idea that we feel like these things are so much a part of us that we can't make the change because it is us. It's how you're focused. When you see a problem, that's because you are using your ego's perspective to see a situation rather than your source, who could see it as a way of helping you to find a better way of doing something rather than that you have a problem and you're stuck, you see. So this little help hopefully to shift your perspective, to help free you up from what you feel chained to. Don't own these things. The ego is here to help you, to give you that contrast. We're using it in the wrong way. And so when we feel negative emotions, just know that this is helping you to understand that this is not the direction that your inner being wants you to go in. There's a better way, and so seek it out. And if you don't know in the moment, just ask and know that when you recognize that you already asked, and that it will come, and just say, I don't know right now, but I know it's going to come. And the more you do this, the less you wrestle, the answers come very quickly. Okay? So let's take a look at the card for the theme of our Archangel cards. And we have the Archangel Raphael, and it says a healthy lifestyle. And it's interesting because we haven't seen this card in a while, but we've been getting this message about eating healthily. And it says, eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So Archangel Raphael is indicating, especially to all of you who are healers, and that you're going through your own inner healing, meaning that you are going through your ascension process, and a lot of energy is being moved through you, flowing through you, that is helping you to assimilate and adapt to the changes that you are experiencing. This is all the momentum of your asking. Nothing that is happening. So first of all, know that you're safe. Nothing that is happening is not a part of your prayer. So even if it seems like it's not, and it seems like it's negative, it's not that. It's a part of you're resisting the change. You're resisting the prayer. And that's what negative, when something seems negative, or the outcome of something seems like it's going to be negative, because either you are going in the wrong direction from your inner being, and your inner being is over there saying, here I am, here's my joy, and you feel the contrast to that when you turn in the way that is away from it. It's like somebody's twisting your arm, the more that you go in the wrong direction, they twist it harder and you feel more pain. But the more that you move towards it, you feel less of this tension, and you begin to start to feel the feelings of bliss and joy. The more that you move towards it, you feel more freedom, you feel more alive and more alert. So that's all it is, okay? Um, so the thing is that as much as there's so much for us to get done and so much for us to focus on, we really need to eat healthily. We need to get the proper amount of sleep and exercise in order to assimilate and adapt. Okay? These are the words that they're really throwing out here today. This is a time for this is a time of assimilation and adaptation. And so you have to take care of the physical being in order to have that energy flow through the physical body that will allow the cells to open up and receive the light frequency of your source consciousness. This connection needs to be fortified, and only the care of the body can do this, because the momentum of spirit is alive and well and full body, fully motivated, raring to go. But your physical body is not up to speed. And this does not mean that, those people who, all of us, even if you feel like you're eating the best diet in the world and you're doing all the right things, somehow, you still need to optimize your body. You may be doing all the right things, but you may not be getting enough sleep, okay? Or resting or meditating when you need to. One way that I've always heard Abraham say is a way to do a factory reset, so to speak, is to either take a nap or meditate. So you may not be doing that because your mind is so busy and you feeling like you need to keep going. You need to make sure that you can hear this team of source consciousness around you at all times. And that's really what the message, because I can see them standing there. And this is the first time I've seen them just standing here around you for a reading, throughout the whole reading. So they have messages for you. All right, let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. All right, and we have the 10 of air. So this means that, and this is we've had a lot of cards that has this message in it, like the end of a difficult situation. So this is a reminder that things on the thought plane, okay, are shifting for you, that so don't worry that you're not surrendering. It's just a matter, this message is a reminder, and this card confirms it, if you've been thinking about just letting go of some things, go ahead. You're hearing your angels, communication air, you're hearing that communication clearly. Do not be afraid. They're writing a firm yes in front of me. Do not be afraid. You are doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing, okay? They're writing something about an exam, okay? So I don't know. I feel like either don't be afraid to take this exam, or the exam is going to go well. It could also mean examine yourself, but I really feel like it has more to do with somebody's worried about maybe going back to school. Maybe there's a placement exam, and they're writing yes. Okay, so 1,000%. You're going to do well, okay? Because it's not the exam that it's not the exam. The exam is not going to determine your entry. It's the momentum of the subject that is drawing, that the law of attraction is assembling around as a point of attraction. And that point of attraction is going to bring through all the wisdom, all the answers. It's going to prepare you for that exam so that you will do well. and you will do well as you need to in order to begin this journey of education or whatever it is. Okay, see, we focus on the things, like the little details, like subtopics, but you got to go to the topic. And your point of attraction is stronger than the subtopics. They have to come. So don't worry that you're not going to do well, because that's not the point of attraction that everything is hinged upon. You understand? That makes sense. So things are getting better. And here this card also talks about, recovering from addictions. So if you've been feeling like you need to cut back on, some kind of something you've been obsessing over, or a substance of some sort, that all right, then this is your cue as well. This is also maybe a good time to detox, mental detox, media, you know, be aware if you've been cycling a lot of negativity. All right, let it go. Okay, so we got the Seven of Water here, and this is indicating that when you get into this position of, you know, emotional confusion, okay? So in the middle of the week, and I feel like this piggybacks on this card, okay, and this whole health thing. See, when you optimize your health, then you have more clarity, and your emotions are better balanced, and you can hear the right signals. You can feel what you need to do and the choices that you need to make. So right now, if you're not balancing these areas out, whether it's sleep or diet or exercise, you're going to feel like sort of like your circuits are all sort of wound up and tied together in a knot, and you can't, the energy is trying to go through because energy never stops flowing, and it feels like it gets like stuck in like a bottleneck. And then when it can't go anywhere, you feel stuck. So what they're telling you to do here, and they're bringing up this card not to make you feel like something negative is going to go on, but what they're telling me is to tell you to express. So no matter what happens in the middle of the week, express yourself, meaning in an artistic way or a creative way, something that allows you to release emotions. Okay? So when you feel confused or when you feel like you're not quite sure, express. Do something expressive to unblock that energy. What it'll do is it'll get your mind off of the resistance, because energy is not truly blocked. It's impossible because it's always flowing. But you get mentally blocked. You see, that you can do. And so when you start expressing yourself, you're no longer focused on the resistance without resisting it. And now you're in a state of allowing. So for the middle of the week, they want you to focus on allowing the energy. Express your creativity, and you'll find direction. Okay. So now we have for the weekend the Moon card. So this card is telling me that they want you, so Archangel Raphael, focus on your intuition, your psychic dreams and visions that may come to you. So this is an opportunity for you to, this card is also saying releasing fears. And so you're going to do this by really, this kind of piggybacks on the creativity. So really, to open up your psychic abilities and your visions, again, channel creativity for this week, which will help you to kind of release fears. So I'm getting for this week that this is going to be an intense week. And what they're showing you is that how to live on a different plane of a higher frequency so that you stay above that. And the way to do that is and the week is going to go by very quickly. What it is that you're going to feel like things are happening very fast, and they're going to be opportunities, but you're just going to you're going to become afraid. And that's not what's meant. They're gifts. They're showing me, they're writing this. They're golden opportunities, but you're just not, you're going to get like a little confused and, emotionally. So don't worry. Just express yourself. Be creative. Do anything that allows you to just get off the subject of resistance. So when you feel resistance, go do something that is empowering, something that uplifts you. Go out, hang out with your friends, anything. Go to a concert, listen to beautiful music, exercise, get enough sleep, and you will be able to stay at that frequency of source consciousness rather than getting into those other planes of thought. Okay, so here's the card here that's the underlying message, the world card. And what I'm hearing is that your whole world is about to change. Like this is an auspicious card, and it's the underlying excuse me, it's the underlying message for the entire week. And it says a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. So this card tells me you're going to do well, that huge opportunities of a lifetime are going to unfold, and they could be on a spiritual level, emotional level, or physical, mental, but you're going to recognize it. And so this is not a week for you to fear anything. Whatever's happening, it's helping you to move towards your goals, because this is the last card of the major arcana. So you're going to move towards your goals. You may have some challenges, but those challenges are going to move you, push you in that direction. And it's not going to be harsh, as long as you surrender yourself and let go. Get in that factory reset. Let go of the difficulties. Don't struggle with anything, they're saying. Don't struggle with any difficulties. Let them go. When I was teaching in the Catholic school, we went to a high school, and this high school teacher said, "Don't pick up the rope." Okay, she says when a child is sending signals, don't pick up the rope when they are being negative, because then you're going to get into a tug of war that neither one of you is going to win. So don't do this with life. When you feel yourself resisting, that's your ego giving you a pushback. It's creating opposition. Don't pick up the rope when you feel the negativity. Wait until you can focus or in a positive way, and then engage the energy. Okay? So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and thank you for joining us this week. And if you're looking for an angel reading, you can find me at the link below at theangelschool.com. And please join us on Facebook for the weekly card messages. So until next week, God bless you all.